All right, thank you for stopping in again, and I've got a good matchup for you today. Two deities kind of buried in some obscurity. Verbti the Albanian storm god, I bet you didn't expect that, versus Wepwawet, who is the Kemetic wolf deity. Now, who's going to win in a matchup between these two? And there's a lot of factors we want to consider because these gods are very different. Let's take a look at Verbti. This is the Albanian god. Now, this is a powerful weather deity associated with storms, fire, and divine wrath. That's a big combination. He can summon lightning, control skies, and unleash devastating tempests on his enemies. His personality is that he's known as a protector and a punisher. He's very fiery and unyielding in his judgment. His storms are said to cleanse and destroy with righteous fury. His weaknesses, however, are going to be that he needs open landscapes. In confined places, weather powers don't work so well. Now, Wepwawet, who's one of my favorites, obviously the legendary wolf god, would inspire tales about werewolves all around the world. He is known as the opener of ways, and he is a guide and warrior who clears paths for armies and the dead, right? He has divine speed, heightened senses, sharp claws, and as a war deity, he exudes, strategy and precision in his attacks. His personality is very cunning and calculating. He embodies the ferocity of the wolf while being a protector of all his allies. So he's ferocious. His weaknesses are going to be in his versatility. Right? He's got weapons are geared towards strategy and mobility rather than raw power. And this is where this fight's going to come down to. So if this fight takes place in a wide open field, this storm god Verbti is going to use his storm abilities to dominate immediately, right? He's going to unleash lightning and tornadoes to try to, dispatch with Wepwawet's physical agility and force him into defensive tactics, which is a problem. Now, if this is a combined or an urban setting, Wepwawet has the advantage. His skill, speed, and combat skills would allow him to close the distance and avoid Verbti's devastating range attack. So it is a range attack versus a close-up and counterattacks. And he's got the tactics in mind that could allow him to exploit the relative weaknesses of this deity in relying on his storm abilities and not his hands. At the end of this, again, that environment's really going to matter. Wide open, it goes Verbti, all the way. If Wepwawet were to win, he would have to be able to cut off the parameters and make this an in-close fight, which I don't know that he could do. That's going to be the struggle here. So I'm going to go with the nod going to Verbti. Probably 6 out of 10 times he takes that fight.